While the rest of the country is debating who's hot right now, Dusty May has turned Ann Arbor into a laboratory for the most efficient basketball we've seen in a decade. Michigan isn't just winning games, they're systematically dismantling top 25 teams by 30 points. They've got a point guard who sees the game in slow motion, an elite frontcourt that makes the paint a restricted zone, and a bench so deep it could win half the conferences in the country. This isn't just good coaching, it's a tactical takeover. They're the number one team in almost every analytical metric for a reason. They play faster than you, they shoot better than you, and they have more size than you. If you think your favorite team is ready for the Michigan buzzsaw in March, you haven't been paying attention to the tape. Today we're breaking down the 9 players that make Michigan the most unstoppable force in the 2026 bracket. If you want to understand Michigan's identity, look at Yaxel Lendeborg. He's the heart, soul, and motor of this entire operation. Now a graduate veteran, Yaxel is the ultimate chess piece forward. He's averaging nearly a double-double, but it's his defensive versatility that makes him a lottery-level talent. At 6'9", he has the strength to bang with Big Ten centers, and the feet to switch on to 6'2" guards without breaking a sweat. He just dropped 18-9 in a masterclass against Ohio State, proving that when the game slows down, he's the most reliable bucket getter on the floor. He's shooting a career high from deep, forcing opposing bigs to leave the paint, which opens up the entire offense. But his real value is the dirty work. He leads the team in deflections, floor dives, and contested rebounds. He's the guy that ensures Michigan never gets out-toughed. In a tournament setting, Yaxel is a senior leader who keeps everyone composed when the pressure hits. He's the engine that makes this machine run. Aday Mara is finally the player everyone hoped he would be when he arrived in the States. At 7'3" with a 7'7" wingspan, he is the premier rim protector in college basketball. He leads the Big Ten in blocks, but his impact is more about the shots people don't take when he's in the game. He's transformed the paint into a no-fly zone, averaging nearly 3 blocks a night. But the secret weapon is his passing. Aday is arguably the best passing big man we've seen since Joakim Noah. He facilitates from the high post, finding cutters with behind-the-back dimes that look like they belong in a highlight reel. He just dropped 20 points on 90% shooting at Washington. That is pure efficiency. He's shooting nearly 68% from the field because he's mastered the art of deep steals and soft touch hooks. When you pair his size with his IQ, you get a matchup nightmare that no one in the country has an answer for. If you go small, he punishes you. If you go big, he passes over you. Morez Johnson Jr. is the most explosive sophomore in the country, and he's playing with a level of violence that scares opposing frontcourts. At 6'9" and 250 pounds of pure muscle, he is the alpha of this frontcourt. He leads the team in scoring and rebounding, but it's his second jump ability that is truly elite. He's a double-double machine who treats every offensive rebound like a personal insult. In the recent win against Nebraska, he went for 17 and 12, essentially outmuscling a veteran team by himself. He's developed a face-up game that makes him impossible to guard with traditional centers, and his defensive energy is contagious. Morez doesn't just block shots, he tries to send them into the third row. He provides the physical edge that balances out Aday Mara's finesse. When those two are on the floor together, Michigan owns the glass and the paint. He's a future first-round lock who's peaking at a perfect time for a deep March run. The transfer portal changed everything for Michigan, and Elliot Cadeau was a great get. The former UNC star has found his perfect home in Dusty May's high-octane system. He's the maestro of this offense, leading the team with over 5 assists per game, and an elite assist-to-turnover ratio. His vision in transition is telepathic. He sees lanes before they even open. But the real story is his shooting. Cadeau has completely fixed his jump shot, hitting over 40% from 3 this season. That makes him unguardable. You can't go under the screen anymore, and if you go over, he's too fast and too strong to keep out of the paint. He just tied his career high with 19 points against Wisconsin, proving he can be a primary scorer when the team needs it. He's the veteran floor general every championship team needs. Nimari Burnett is the ultimate pro's pro. He started every single game for Michigan over the last 3 seasons, and that experience is priceless in March. He's the team's best perimeter defender, often taking the death assignment against the opposing team's best scorer, whether it's a lightning fast guard or a 6'7" wing. Nimari has the length and the lateral quickness to lock them down. Offensively, he's the ultimate floor spacer, shooting a steady 38% from deep. He doesn't need the ball to be effective, which is crucial when you're playing alongside stars like Morez and Cadeau. He's the glue that holds this rotation together. Trey McKenney is not your average freshman. The hometown kid from Flint has come in and immediately established himself as one of the best microwave scorers in the Big Ten. Coming off the bench, he's averaging nearly 10 points in just 20 minutes of action. He's a physical, 225-pound guard who plays with a veteran's poise. He dropped 21 points in his debut and hasn't looked back since, showing a fearless ability to hit clutch shots. He's already a high-level defender who uses his strength to bully older players. When the starters need a breather, the offense doesn't drop off. It just gets more aggressive. Trey is the X factor that gives Michigan a scoring punch most teams dream of. Roddy Gayle Jr. is the luxury that makes Michigan a Tier 1 lock. A senior guard who's played in the biggest games imaginable. Roddy provides a level of secondary scoring that is impossible to scout for. He's shooting a career high from the field this year because he's thriving in the space created by Yaxel Lendeborg, Aday Mara, and Morez Johnson. He's a multifaceted scorer who can finish at the rim or hit the mid-range pull-up with ease. His veteran composure was on full display in the clutch win against Ohio State, where he stabilized the backcourt during a frantic second-half run. He is the overqualified role player that wins you a national championship. Elliot Cadeau is one of the most underrated players in the country, and he's proving exactly why the coaches fought to bring him to Ann Arbor. He's the ultimate spark plug off the bench. LJ is a physical, confident defender who plays with a massive chip on his shoulder. He's averaging 8 points a game and has become a knockdown shooter from the perimeter at around 40%. His ability to create his own shot late in the shot clock is a massive asset for the second unit. He's a low-maintenance superstar who just wants to win. Every time he checks in, the energy on the floor shifts. He's the heartbeat of the bench unit. You can't talk about Michigan basketball without talking about Tschetter. Will Tschetter is the energy, the culture, and the vocal leader of this squad. He's a 6'8" forward who can stretch the floor, shooting 35% from 3 and nearly 91% from the free throw line. He doesn't care about stats, he cares about winning. Whether he's diving for a loose ball or hitting a massive momentum-shifting triple, Will is always in the right place at the right time. He provides the veteran toughness and the locker room leadership that keeps this team grounded during a long season. He is the ultimate Samson-style player in a Dusty May system. The numbers don't lie. Michigan is elite on offense, elite on defense, and deeper than any team in the country. They have the size to dominate the paint, the shooting to blow games open, and the veteran leadership to handle the pressure of the tournament. While Arizona and Nebraska are having historic seasons, Michigan is the team that feels like they were built specifically for a 6-game run in April. They have no glaring holes. They have a coach in Dusty May who knows exactly how to navigate a bracket. Don't be the person who gets surprised when the Wolverines are cutting down the nets. The standard has been set in Ann Arbor. I want to hear from you in the comments. Is anyone actually stopping Michigan, or are we just playing for second place? Smash that like button, subscribe for more scouts, and I'll see you in the next one.